Hello everybody and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and today I'm going to be doing your Saturday reading. We're going to have some fun. We're going to call in a Shu. He is our Earth nature guide that I've been channeling every now and again. And I figured it'd be fun to call him in if he would like to give us some advice. Now, I don't know if this is going to flow in any particular order. It might just be different cards here and there. So we'll just call it what it is. We'll let him come in and we'll let him do his thing. Okay? I'm going to be pulling mostly from the Mystical Shaman. I just feel that these decks have got more of an earthly power to them, and I know he prefers them, so we're going to give that a shot. You have magic. I love that. Okay, so let's see what else we can pull. I'm going to let him come through. I think I'm going to pull 4 or 5 cards of this deck. Oh, okay. We have the Hunter. We have the Lower World. Okay. The Wild Woman. Nice. Look at all this different energy. It's so beautiful. You'll have to excuse me. I have to get used to him because I don't... Oh, and the Mystical Shaman. I love that. I have to get used to his energy because I'm not always used to it. We have water, which is us. So he's definitely talking to the Pisces Collective. I'm going to put that right here. Okay. This is us. We go with the flow. So beautiful. So the first one we have Master number 33. I'm going to take them as individual messages because I find that he has different things that he would like to tell us at this point. So it's not a reading where everything kind of flows into each other. It's a kind of reading where there will be different messages coming through. Okay, so the first one is 33. I'm going to read everything here, and whatever resonates with you, Pisces, this is what's meant to come through for you, okay? So this symbol represents the infinite intelligence of Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of the magic through synchronicity and meaningful coincidences. So we all know that Eshu is a very powerful spirit that you can call in to help you anytime. And I think that this is his way of saying that if you do need him and you require him, just simply ask for him if you're doing any readings for yourself, and he will come in. He feels very earthy. That much I'll tell you. He feels probably very different than your water sign. He just feels different. You'll know when you have him around you because I read very flowy like. It's very easy for me when he comes in. I really have to adjust the way things come in. So the invitation is this. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in a great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize the dance of synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. Beautiful. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, and to watch for the signs that show you what next action to take. Right now it appears that you're on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. Now, if you're struggling with your dream, here is the other definition of this, and it says, have you forgotten that you live in a world that is infused with magic? Perhaps you've become cynical and think you have to create your life all by yourself with no help from others. It's time to remember your relationship to Source, for you are a part of the story of the world, a living spark of spirit living on earth for this short time as an emissary of light. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of out-of-the-blue coincidences that led you to that new relationship, job, or other important moment on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be as a little child and cultivate that wondrous curiosity, you will see the magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and in everything. All right. So Ashu is really saying that there is magic for us to acquire and see and hold on to in our lives. This is such a beautiful, colorful card. Look at this card. Okay? So you have to tap into that inner child, and you have to tap into the belief that what you are experiencing as a human being on this planet is very magic. I still see him looking around nature and just kind of weaving his hands back and forth and showing me all the magical thing that we just take for granted every single day. So he is just reminding us that we have to look for the magic. We have to make every moment precious and delicious and magical in our own lives, okay? By finding the magic in everyday stuff, by looking through the eyes of the child that maybe has been damaged. If you can reconnect to that child, even better, okay? This will greatly help you in your journey. It will make everything matter more. It will make anything, any sign in the mundane, make it something very special and magical to you. I know how this feels because I feel like every day it's living a life of deliberate meaning. You see something in every single thing. You put beauty and magic in every single thing you see, hear, and do. It is a wonderful way of being. It's a lot better than just thinking that nothing really matters. Honestly, it's a life of it's being deliberate, and that's the word that keeps coming through. Okay, a life of intention and a deliberate intention. Okay, so the next card is the Hunter. The Hunter. Okay. He's telling me also to slow down because we go too fast. We want to go from one card to the next, to the next, to the next. And he's going, savor. Savor the meaning. Savor the moment. Take the time to find the words. Take the time to be very precise and concise with your words. Make every experience when you communicate to somebody a special experience, something that they can sit and really relish and really absorb, okay? That's the thing. Absorb life in a way that's going to make it precious and special. Don't just rush through it. So that's another one that comes through with the magic card. Okay, so we're going to look at the Hunter card. I'm looking at the Hunter card. He is very majestic. He does have a bear behind him. I feel the strength of the bear. I do see the wing. I see the eagle's nose. I see the stag's horns. There's a lot here. There's a lot about earth animals and beauty, okay? I love the Hunter card. I believe I've read the Hunter card, so we're gonna look at this as well. Before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forest to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than what the village needs to survive. Often taking only one creature, the good kill, he is a master tracker who knows which path to follow to find success. Rely on your own skills to traverse the thick forest you are in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by spirit to claim your bounty, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Do not follow the maps drawn by others, as they will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker. Find your internal compass and use all your senses, including your common sense. I like that. Don't settle for the roadkill. It could be poison. Be careful that you do not become the prey of your desires and fantasies. Remember to not want more than you need, so you are not guided by unbridled ambition. It is okay to come home empty-handed. Right. So, fight for quality of you is what I'm feeling. The number is 27. For me, it represents 9. 9 is divine. So this is, again, being very deliberate in your life. Being generous when you can. Not taking more than you have to. We've been in a world of greed, and that's all we see. More, more, more. Give me more. Let's produce more. Let's process more. So much processing. And we're missing out. Again, it's going too fast. Okay? There needs to be a slowdown. There needs to be a look at. The reason so many things are being uncovered because the world slowed down because of what happened. Everybody stayed home. Suddenly they had time. Suddenly they had time to look at things. This cannot be lost again. This needs to be preserved. We need to look back at the old ways. Not all of them were bad. Okay? We were moving faster to save ourselves time, but in doing so we became greedier. Instead of taking the time to become painters, instead of always hunting for the family, of having our personal ambitions and looking at what we love, we became greedier and just wanted more food, more this, more that, more house. And the thing is that what we really need to do is we need to not take more than we need. How does having 20 of one thing make you happier than simply having the one that you love, cherish, and use? Okay? This is very, very important. My lights are flickering, and there's no reason for it. So, he's a very strong energy when he comes in. Very, very strong. Okay? This is, again, look at it in a deliberate way. I find the word deliberate. Deliberate intention is very important right here. Lower world. Very interesting. Let's look at lower world. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. So this is very much a an ancestor type energy and card coming through, okay? It is the realm of the collective unconsciousness. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past. We were saying, look at the past, right? And recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all of the gifts of your ancestors, their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, the way they died will become blessings. Absolutely. Okay, such as the hunter, when he had to go out. This is an ancestral art. This is something they used to do to feed, it maybe not art, but maybe so, okay, to feed and to help and to provide for everybody, okay? Are you one of those people who do not like to face the past? Now your past is calling to be acknowledged, to be heard, to be embraced. The only way to become unstuck is to honor everything that has transpired in your life. Reflect on the lessons learned and move on. If you bear witness to your past and learn that lesson, it will stop haunting you. As you embrace its gift, you will recover a missing part of your soul. Again, this is talking about what we've just been through. Okay? It was time for you to look at what it was and what needed to be fixed. If you wasted this opportunity, it's time to do it now. Okay? And it's time to rediscover what matters. Again, this is really asking you to dig in deep. Dig in deep and find the wound, okay, that's stopping you. That's not helping you move forward. You have 62 wild woman. The wild woman dances into your reading. She reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all social constraints and cultural conformity, the wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self, the true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover that light and let it shine brightly regardless of the perceived consequences. When the wild woman comes to dance into your reading, you're invited to shine brightly and to know that your true self is being called out to engage the world. This is a symbol that your long-held dream is beginning to take root and wants to be expressed. Your authentic self doesn't fit in a box. It needs the freedom to shine. It's time to have courage and step into the light. The wild woman says, shine brightly, dance with abandon, be yourself, and let the Great Spirit decide what happens. Remember, they were talking about the Great Spirit here. You'll be happy you did. Excess for its own sake is a sign of imbalance. This is a warning that you may be trapped in obsessive thinking or behavior, looking for release in places that will never provide it. Let go, lest you become like the hungry ghost of Chinese Buddhist lore that can never be fulfilled. True release comes from trusting the fluidity of life, understanding that just as a river needs its banks to flow through, so do you need boundaries around your thinking and behavior. Now is the time to simplify, be mindful, and connect to that light within. And the boundaries they're talking about is the boundaries of modern day trappings, okay? All of these cards, what I'm hearing right now is find your authentic self, the one that has been forgotten. You need to look in deeper. You need to make a change. He is speaking in terms of you really needed to look into this pause in life. This pause that we had just recently was to make us slow down enough to see the imbalance that was being created. You have to go back to the beginning of yourself, of everything that matters, and then work your way out of that. Regardless if it fits in modern day society or not, this is a call for you to be deliberate in your intention to finding who you really are. Okay. Alright, so the last one is the mystical shaman. Let's see here. This is a symbol of the myth maker and storyteller who is neither made nor defined by the story. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In doing so, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being. This is so revealing, okay? This is about making a new story, Pisces. This is about dispelling all the stuff that we have been creating for ourselves and create something brand new, okay? He dances between worlds wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders and sings the world into being. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. This is a symbol of true alchemy, for all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one. When we remember this, all manner of miracles and manifestations are possible. Again, tying in with the magic, okay? Anything is possible when you believe. When the mystical shaman appears, you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You are called to create and dream your life, to act on inspiration and divine impulse without fixating on a known story of success or achievement. Right, dispelling the norm, okay? You can impartially observe the stories you tell yourself and others. What if you could become a mystery to yourself? Who would you become if you stopped telling the tales that have defined you up until now? You do not have to live a life in a story that has roots in the past. What if there were no need to explain you to anyone, not even to yourself? The way to your most extraordinary life is to become a blank slate and allow the form of your dreams and desires to show up as it will. This is a sign of manifesting a life beyond your wildest dream. It says, be careful what you pray for. The mystical shaman cautions you against relentless attachment to a certain form that you think will make you happy, prosperous, famous, love, etc. However, in seeing your dream coming into being, had you considered that you were willing to sacrifice for it? Perhaps you've been telling yourself a certain story for so long, the story that only when you reach this particular goal will you be happy, that you will arrive. You didn't even notice you're no longer the person who wanted those outcomes. Right. You may have moved beyond those stories. Perhaps it's time to admit to yourself that you need to imagine a new story that is more in alignment with who you have become. This is just one moment in millions of moments in the continuum of a life. Let it go. Let it be just a story and move on. Better tales are waiting to be told. Beautiful. These are beautiful cards coming through right now for you, Pisces, from Ashu. He is being very, very deliberate in the messages he is sending through. He is telling you to recapture the innocence and the unattached child that you came in with. To take this time to be a deliberate creator, to not be greedy and take everything. Just take what you need. To become your authentic self. To learn from the ancestors that came before you. To get the very best of the lessons they learned and the things they put in form to help you move forward. To recapture your authenticity, your way of being, and going through life with your own mission statement. Even the one that you may have been hiding from yourself. And this one is even talking about that. It is saying, don't get attached to anything. Be fluid. Be water in the way that you do things. Okay? Follow through and be water in the way that you move forward in your actions. I really love this reading, Pisces. I am going to stop it here. I am going to continue on, and the extended will be later on. So please make sure to click that subscribe button, that notification bell to all, so that you know when I post the next video. So I will be posting the extended of Ashu's reading. I'm going to just stop this and then continue it, because I can't really stop with him in my energy field. I don't want to lose the connection. And I will, well, for now, let you go and send you lots of love, light, blessings. And I'm going to send you peace, and really what he really wants you to meditate on what's been said here. He wants you to really take it to heart. He prefers that you would go outside if it's possible, to sit in nature and really ponder those questions of who am I? Am I going too fast? Are all my goals still in alignment with what I truly want? And that is what he wants you to ponder right now. We're going to continue this later. Thank you so much for coming here, and I will see you in the next reading.